So check very intensely the prayer along with me, calling out from your heart that, oh Acharyas, oh Gurujan, I have no capacity to understand this Bhagavad Gita. I have tried many times. But if you so kind, if you so merciful, oh my Lord, oh Acharyas, oh Gurujan, if you bestow your blessings on me, I may be able to understand and apply this Bhagavad Gita in my life. So with that intensity, let us all chant together. Om Ajnanandhasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Tadamaham Tadati Swayantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitabdam Sajiva Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakantam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Radha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So does anybody remember what did we discuss last time? That most dreaded question I always ask. बहुत ही कठिन क्वेश्चन जो मैं हमेशा पूछता हूँ. What did we discuss last time? Does anybody remember? While you try to recollect, I just want to say a big thank you. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद to our two dear. Their name ends with Prem. One is a Govind Prem and another is a Madhav Prem. For wonderfully leading us into this Kirtan of Shri Radha Raman, this glorification. Was it not enchanting? Was it not touching your heart? Really? It's so wonderful. Would you like this kind of thing every day? Right? It is possible. It is possible. It is up to us. It is up to us. We are the main obstacle of our own happiness. This bliss is available. We are open. So, we discussed about the most amazing thing of the holy names, if you remember, right? So we discussed about the one of the verse of Shastakam. So Mr. Come here. So we discussed about Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Prabhu Mahadavandi Rapanam. So we discussed about what is holy name, right? Where it is coming from, why do we need to chant? And we were ending at the effects of the holy name, and we just discussed only the first effect of the holy name, which was the Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Right? So today we are going to discuss about 6 other effects of the holy name, and we may go a little. Let me not put in anxiety. We'll see how the time goes. So we'll discuss about those remaining 6 effects, and I'll do some recap also for all of you. We have some of the new people who have joined today, so we'll just give a good, very brief. Nowadays, the time of Instagram, right? If I give a recap of 20 minutes, it just doesn't make sense. Or to give a recap of 1.5 minutes. So let us understand Bhagavad Gita in 1.5 minutes, right? So Bhagavad Gita starts with the two big part. It's not just two big parts. It's actually a world war. We are all right now kind of are facing a similar situation where anytime we feel that something like that can happen, but we hope and pray that should not happen because that is not helping anybody. But at that particular time, the situation of the world war and the best of the best warrior is asking Krishna to take my chariot in the middle of the two armies, let me see without that fight. And looking at the opposite army, it's not that they are more powerful, but he sees all his Gurujan, his grandfather, and everyone, and he is going to fight the kingdom for this, and he gets impressed. And he puts his Gandiva down and takes shelter of Krishna. So, what is the first chapter represents? The first chapter represents challenging the definition of success. You should challenge your definition of success because Arjuna challenged his definition of success. Getting the kingdom is a success, or not getting the kingdom is a success, and Krishna redefined the success for Arjuna. And Krishna can redefine for all of us if we are very sincere to learn Bhagavad Gita. It helps us redefine the success. And the second chapter talks about, now we're talking about success, right? Whose success? Your success or the neighbor's success? Your success, right? So you need to understand who you are. Otherwise, how will you know what your success is? Right? So that's the second chapter. Now, once you know who you are, you need to know how you should act in this world. That's a karma yoga. That's the third chapter. The third to fifth chapter is nothing but the karma yoga. And the sixth chapter. Now you're doing your karma. While doing karma, you know what is the main obstacle that you get while doing your karma? Is your mind. Right? You are so absorbed in glories of Radha Ramanti. But mind tells, there is something you have to do at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is a very important meeting. And the next month is that person's marriage or this celebration is happening, and you have to work hard to get your promotion and work hard to get your numbers in the exams and all kinds of things. Right? So the mind will tell you so many things to take you away from your own happiness, which is longing forever in your heart. So that's why Krishna says Dhyana Yoga, right? Remolding the mind, that is the sixth chapter. That's what we are actually right now in. Right? And then Krishna brings out the most amazing aspect that now you have controlled your mind, now you have molded your mind. You need something very beautiful, something very amazing to get attracted. So that's the seventh chapter, the ninth chapter talks about it's actually Bhagavad Gita is like a sandwich. First six chapter is the top bread, and the last six chapter is the bottom bread, and the main masala, right? If I give you a sandwich, just with the butter and not even without the butter and just two breads, will it make sense? No. Right? What really matters in the sandwich is the Mahabharata in between the two breads, and that is nothing but the chapter between 7 to 12. That is actually talking about Bhakti verse. First six chapter is Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, last six chapter is Jnana Yoga, middle six chapters are Bhakti Yoga. So 7 to 9 chapter specifically talks about how to reawaken our love for Krishna. And then the chapter from 10 and 11 is all about getting wonderstruck with Krishna, right? How to see Krishna everywhere. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 and 11 that how to see him everywhere. Right? And then in chapter 13 till 17, what does Krishna talks about? Krishna talks about that you have your energy, right? Energy never gets destroyed, it gets transformed. So how do you transform your energy, right? In alignment with Krishna consciousness, in alignment with the ultimate purpose of your life. That is what Krishna talks about in chapter 13 to 17. And 18 is nothing but helping Krishna, all of us, that how we can perform our ultimate goal. That is what Krishna is talking in the 18th chapter. So there's nothing but entire Bhagavad Gita in just it. And five important things that Bhagavad Gita talks about is number one, who you are. Number two, what your call is all about, Prakriti, right? Third thing, it talks about karma. While you're in this world, you have to perform karma, right? And to perform karma, what happens? The time is the most important factor, right? कभी कभी होता है ना time अच्छा नहीं है अभी लगा, तो understand the time factor. And the fifth, the most important thing, by doing all these things, what you need to do? You need to finally connect to Krishna. So who is Ishwar? Who is the Supreme Lord? So these are the five important things we explain in Bhagavad Gita. That is Bhagavad Gita in nutshell in 2 minutes. Okay. Now coming to the today's verse. So we'll just take the last verse what we did. So we're gonna do that again because we want to emphasize something very important in this verse that we wanted to continue from the last time. So what we'll do is we'll read the uh, purport as well and the shloka. Okay. So you can repeat after me. सोचदेशे प्रतिष्ठाप्य स्थिरमासन आत्मना स्नात्य उच्चित्रनाति नित्यम् चैरजीन कुशोत्तरम् ऐत्रकाकं मनङ्गत्वा यच्चितेन्द्रियक्रियः उपविश्यासने युज्य योगम् आत्मविशुद्धये. To practice yoga, one should go to a secluded place and should lay kushagas on the ground and then cover it with a deer skin and a soft cloth. The seat should be neither too high nor too low and should be situated in a sacred place. The yogi should then sit on it very firmly and practice yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind, senses, and activities and fixing the mind on one point. Somebody also read the first one.
Sacred place refers to places of pilgrimage. In India, the yogis, the transcendentalists, or the devotees all leave home and reside in sacred places such as Prayan, Mathura, Vrindavan, Rishikesh, and Haridwar, and in order to practice yoga where the sacred rivers like Yamuna and Ganga are. But all this is not possible, especially for Westerners. The so-called yoga society in big cities may be successful learning material benefits, but they are not at all suitable for the actual practice of yoga. One who is not self-controlled and whose mind is not undisturbed cannot practice meditation. Therefore, in the Srimad Narayana Purana, it is said that in Tamil Nadu, the present yoga way, when people in general are short-lived, slow in spiritual realization, and always disturbed by various anxieties, the best means of spiritual realization is chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, This age of order and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way.
So you can imagine this powerful verse that is ending, right? So now there is no other way in Kali Yuga for salvation. So there's a beautiful verse. I'm sorry, I'm not so good at verses, but there's a beautiful verse comes in our Shastras which says that in Satyuga, The method of meditation gave the salvation to the people. In Treta Yuga, the method of performing the yajna gave the salvation or the liberation or the param dham, which is going back to Godhead. And in Dwapar Yuga, the deity worship gave the same thing. In Kali Yuga, the same thing is given by the chanting of the holy names. Why? Because of all these symptoms of the Kali Yuga. See, very beautifully given in Shastras, in our Srimad Bhagavad Gita. What is the symptom of the Kali Yuga? They are short-lived. No interest in the spiritual realizations. We see it from here, right? From India coming. Spiritual realizations. Anxieties, always in anxiety, always disturbed. And that is why the best means of spiritual realization is chanting the holy names. They are always disturbed, always quarrelsome, very short-lived. कभी कभी बोलते हैं ना अभी क्या इतना जल्दी है then we become old रिटायर हो जाएंगे तभी आराम से भक्ति करेंगे अभी तो हमारा खेलने कूदने का उम्र है अभी तो हमारा रोमांस करने का उम्र है अभी तो हमारा पैसा कमाने का उम्र है हाँ? अभी तो हमारा बहुत कुछ करने का उम्र है भक्ति बाद में करेंगे कितनी बार बोला है हमने ये Does anybody remember how many times we have said this? Okay. So many times that we don't even remember. But I will tell you that we have said this unlimited times, infinite times. Why infinite times? Huh? Exactly. Multiple births. And beautiful story of Kailash comes for this. There was one person who said, was his fortune was so amazing that Narada was interested in him to make him a devotee. अपना उतना फॉर्चून नहीं है वो बंदे का इतना खतरनाक फॉर्चून था कि नारद मुनि वाज इंटरेस्टेड कि इसको मैं डिवोटी बनाऊंगा भक्त बनाऊंगा मैं उसको नारद मुनि उसके पास जाते हैं बोलते हैं कि भैया कैलाश तो छोटा बच्चा होता है वो कैलाश चलो मैं आपको भगवत धाम लेके जाता हूँ जहाँ पे ना ना व्हाट इज दैट सॉन्ग गम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार हो राइट चल के तुझे मैं लेके चलूं ऐसे गगन के तले क्या गम भी ना हो आंसू भी ना हो बस प्यार ही प्यार है वो चाहिए ना सबको सबको प्यार चाहिए हस्बैंड को प्यार चाहिए बीवी को प्यार चाहिए गर्लफ्रेंड को प्यार चाहिए बॉयफ्रेंड को प्यार चाहिए पापा को प्यार चाहिए मम्मी को प्यार चाहिए बच्चे को प्यार चाहिए सबको प्यार चाहिए एवरीवन इज लुकिंग फॉर प्यार पर कहाँ ठीक मिलेगा वो मालूम नहीं है प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है इसलिए नारद मुनि ने बोला बेटा मैं तुझे बताता हूँ जहाँ तुझे और प्यार मिलेगा चल मेरे साथ मैं बोलता नहीं अभी तो मेरे खेलने कूदने की उम्र है I really want to do it. बोले ठीक मैं थोड़ी टाइम के बाद बताऊँ then he comes when he is going to the college time बोलते चलो बोलते really I'm practicing I may have a chance to get into the IPL you know I may become the crorepati overnight somebody will buy me for 10 crores or 15 crores in the IPL auction इतना बड़ा मौका मैं कैसे गवा सकता हूँ आप मेरे को बोल रहे हो अभी भगवत धाम जाने के लिए यहाँ पे प्यार मिलेगा मुझे लगता है यहाँ पे फैन फॉलोइंग में काफी प्यार मिलेगा मुझे so many fan following who can give me a lot of love have you seen same fan following will give you a juta if you lose the match right? It used to happen actually when all this India team go for a World Cup outside and you know if they win they get a like you know pulo ka if they get defeated miserably they get juto ka right but हार जरूर मिलेगा क्योंकि हार गए so that is what happens in this world. There is no uninterrupted love. It's not possible. So he sent Narad Muni back. After the Narad Muni का बर्थडे था उसका शादी हो गया रहता है तो फिर नारद मुनि अभी अभी शादी हुआ है जस्ट हनीमून करके आए हैं अभी क्या डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हो मेरे को अभी तो मुझे और पता करना है कब आप प्रसन्न है क्या प्रसन्न है उसके बच्चे हो गए तो फिर नारद मुनि अभी नहीं आ सकता बच्चों की पढ़ाई करनी है एडमिशन लेना है हाँ I'm surprised even first standard के पेरेंट्स मतलब बच्चे के लिए पेरेंट्स आर वरीड कितना मार्क्स आया तेरे को he is poor in this subject अरे भाई वो तो ऐसा And you can't imagine parents भी एक एंजाइटी को उसके नेबर के बच्चे का मार ज्यादा आ गया और इसका कम आया तो सोचेगा अरे मेरा बच्चा पीछे रह जाएगा, अच्छा पीछे रहेगा तो गुड स्टफ. So can you imagine? So he said, no, 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 you have to make him work hard and getting a degree, nice degree. Come after some time. So come after some time. And the बच्चे were going to the college. बोलते अभी तो तू रिटायर हो गया, बच्चे कॉलेज जा रहे हैं. नहीं नहीं, अभी तो उनको सेटल करना है मुझे लाइफ में. मेरे इतना बड़ा धंधा मैंने जो बढ़ाया है, वो बच्चों को सेट करूंगा ना, मेरे गंदे पे बिठाऊंगा तभी जाके उसके बाद आएगा. कभी आता है, आते नारद मुनि और देखते हैं तो कैलाश साहब है, जब नहीं है, फोटो मीटिंग गया है. All things are done. I'm just fast forwarding the thing. Otherwise, he was saying like, मेरे बच्चे के बच्चे नहीं हुए, उनको मुझे ट्रेन करना है, ये करना है, तो बेचारे जॉब पे चले जाते हैं. नेवर एंडिंग. नाना नानी दादा दादी स्टोरी कैसे सुनाएंगे बच्चों को, जो उसको जो संस्कार देना है. They will never come out of this thing. What happened to Kailash? Because he was so attached to his home and so attached to his family life and so attached. I'm not saying that family life is bad. This type of understand. What I'm going to say is engaging your family life in the right perspective. That is very important. Okay. So this Kailash was so attached to his home and everything, and he had a lot of wealth. So he became a dog in his next life. So Narad Muni was so merciful, so compassionate that told him that "Bhale you are in a dog body. I'll take you in this body also. Please come. I'll take you home of eternity. Take you home of all love. Take you home of all bliss of Krishna's home." I want to come, but ये लोग ना कभी कभी घर खुला छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, पार्टी करके रात को आते हैं, अगर कोई चोर आ गया कितना तो लेकर के जाकर गाड़ी कोई भी तो मैं देखा करके शू देम अवे. प्लीज कम आफ्टर सम टाइम, लेट्स सी व्हाट टू डू. तो आते हैं तो आगे बढ़ते हैं, क्या आगे आपको ऊपर है और उन्हीं ऐसे जगह पे जा रहे थे, जैसे थोड़े उसके पीछे वरांडा से जाते हैं तो वहां पे एक स्नेक. And snake also recognized that he's not savior. I'm here, I'm here. अच्छा, तो snake बोल गया, चल अभी तो चल मेरे साथ. बोलते नहीं, यहाँ पे बड़े खजाना भरा हुआ है, इसी में. और इन लोगों को पता नहीं, रुपये आके लेके चला गया तो मुझे करने दो उसको. इन लोगों को समझ नहीं आता. तो Narad says, enough is enough. Narad went to the home and told all his children and grandchildren that, do you know there is a snake in your bed here and it could be so harmful, it is so poisonous. So same children of him come out with a stick and started beating the snake left right and then Narad was very smart. He said, hey, worry about your feet and shoulders. Okay. He was not there still. And they all, are you ready? He said, yes, I'm ready now. So हमको ऐसा नहीं करना. Right? Believe me, this is a golden opportunity we have got as a human form of life, in which we will be able to give an opportunity to chant the holy names of the Lord, which is the golden opportunity. मतलब भगवान का नाम लेना वो इतना हमारा सद्भाग्य है कि पूछो. It's just unbelievable. So where this holy name is coming, कहाँ से आ रहा है ये holy name? किसी के माइंड का ये आविष्कार है क्या? मैं सोया था, सुबह उठा, पूरी दुनिया को ये मंत्र का जाप करना चाहिए, ऐसा हुआ क्या? नहीं. Same Narad Muni is going to Brahma Ji. Who is Brahma Ji? He is the chief engineer of this Srishti. He is the one who created the entire world. कभी कभी आता है ना, दुनिया बनाने वाले, तेरे मन में क्या समझ, तूने काहे को दुनिया बनाई? वो तो ब्रह्मा जी ही कभी वही वही है. मेरे तो दुनिया बहुत अच्छे काम के लिए बनाई, पर हम लोग क्या करते हैं, आगे आगे बुरे काम करते हैं. प्रॉब्लम वो है. वेरी सिंपल, किसके लिए बनाई दुनिया? बिकॉज वी वांट टू एंजॉय एंड वी सफर. देन वी से दुनिया क्यों बनाई भाई? अच्छा, वेरी गुड. तो गुरु ब्रह्मा जी राज दुनिया क्यों बनाई? सो नारद मुनि को राज भैया ये दुनिया तो बना दी आपने, पर दुनिया से बाहर आने का रास्ता भी तो बताओ, क्योंकि यहाँ पे सारे लोग त्रिविध ताप से सफर कर रहे हैं। कौन सा है त्रिविध ताप? आदि भौतिक, आध्यात्मिक, आदि दैविक। आप देखो, सी दिस इज द अमेजिंग ब्यूटी ऑफ आवर शास्त्रास। I feel so sorry for people who are deprived of this knowledge. Once you have this knowledge, your life will be so sublime. तुम्हारे जीवन में कोई भी मुश्किल आने दो, तुम्हारे जीवन में कोई भी चैलेंजेस आने दो, you will face any challenges with the flying colors if you have the knowledge of the shastras, and you will not be bewildered. कई लोग के जीवन में मुसीबतें आती ना तो bewildered हो जाते हैं, इतनी तकलीफ है ना, क्या बात है। अरे भाई तकलीफ तो आएगी ना, क्यों? क्योंकि इसका नेचर ही है। हाँ, आप स्विमिंग पूल में कूदे और बोले मैं गीला हो गया, is that a thing to ask? अरे भाई वो पानी है, बन के जाओगे, गीले हो जाओगे। You have come to this world where there are त्रिविध ताप है। कौन से ताप है? आदि भौतिक, आध्यात्मिक, आदि दैविक। What is आदि भौतिक? The misery is caused by the other living entities. How many of you are suffering from the dogs? If you go in the street, you're really scared to like from the dogs. And in fact, in our society, also it happened like a couple of dog fights. So the animal lovers, they say there is nothing to you can take a dog out. And छोटे छोटे बच्चों को, and the best adi bhautik misery is mosquitoes, right? Even the poor Sikandar was also died because of Punjabi female mosquito, as they say. Right? So there are so many. In the world space, not just the mosquitoes. You can tolerate the mosquitoes, right? You can tolerate the dog bites. You can tolerate the so many other living entity, but one living entity you cannot tolerate is the human being. Because उनके मुंह से जो शब्द निकलते हैं वो डॉग फाइट से भी ज्यादा दर्द करते हैं। जो अपमान के शब्द आते हैं उससे भी ज्यादा अपने को दर्द देते हैं। That is आदि भौतिक। What is आध्यात्मिक? Your own mind. Misery is caused by your own body and mind. The body gives misery? Yes, no. देती कि नहीं देती body? Okay, body gives more misery or more pleasure? क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप लोग? तो अभी डिफरेंस आदमी हो गया। मैंने तो सुना बॉडी बहुत प्लेजर देती है। All of you are saying मिजरी देती है। Then now to enjoy there is so much thing you have to do. मिजरी के लिए कुछ नहीं करना पड़ता। ज्यादा देर ठोकर भी लग गया या फिर आंखों में थोड़ा सा भी निकल गया, ये उनके कभी प्लेजर दिया आपको? Only when your children like some relief you are getting by raising your hand like this, right? But it can give you immense pain. It cannot give you immense pleasure, but it can give you immense pain. If थोड़ा सा नाखून अगर निकल गया तो इतना पेन दे सकता है। So what to speak of just the physical body, the mind gives you my God. आपके पास सब कुछ है, और बाजू वाले के पास आपसे ज्यादा पता होगा, या फिर रिलेटिव के पास कुछ ज्यादा आगे तो पता होगा। I will tell you, oh, I know exactly happened with Chitrake, so he had everything, but he did not have the son. So while we're on this topic, let's just talk about the amazing story of Nasmundari. I'm sorry, I'm just going to little here and there, but I cannot like while this topic has come of the mind, even the greatest of the great people are disturbed by their mind. जैसे ना कि मैंने पूरी दुनिया मुट्ठी में कर ली है, हाँ जैसे ना पूरी दुनिया मैंने मुट्ठी में कर ली है, वो ना कि मुट्ठी में दुनिया है, कि मुट्ठी में तेरा माइंड है क्या? दुनिया मुट्ठी में कर लोगे पर अपने माइंड को मुट्ठी में नहीं कर पाओगे। That was the story of Hinduism. He was so powerful. He was so powerful. You know how he became powerful? He did not become powerful by opening a company, or he did not become powerful by becoming a cricket star or a film star or a politician. He became powerful by doing tapasya. Even today also, if you want to become powerful, do tapasya. You become very powerful. I'm not joking seriously. There are people who do tapasya, they get lot of powers. So, so this person did tapasya. You know what was the quality of his tapasya? Was so heavy tapasya. इधर तक तपस्या किया कि उसका जो पूरा शरीर का जो मसल मास था वो सब कुछ चला गया। क्यों चला गया? क्योंकि पूरा एंड उसके यहाँ तक आ गया, पूरे शरीर में एंड आ गया। और एंड ने क्या कर दिया? पूरा उसका मांस खा लिया, सिर्फ स्केलेटन बचा था, हार्ट इतना। क्या वो कुछ मालूम? क्या वो पेंटिंग में समथिंग लाइक दैट, या दैट्स राइट। उतना ही बचा था सिर्फ, राइट? कभी ब्रह्मा जी प्रसन्न हो गए उसको। ब्रह्मा जी प्रसन्न हुए और बोले क्या चाहिए? बताया जो सोचो तपस्या करने का मतलब क्या सोचो? तपस्या करने का ब्रह्मा जी को प्रसन्न करने का नहीं था। तपस्या किस लिए करना था? नहीं इमोर्टल नहीं हूँ भाई, मैं आपको कैसे दे सकता हूँ? अगर कोई आपके पास आए, मुझे जरा 1000 करोड़ देना, उसकी कंपनी खोल लेगा। अगर मेरे पास 10 करोड़ नहीं, मैं तुमको 1000 करोड़ कहां से दूंगा? If I am not immortal, how can I live immortality? It's not possible. Okay, and he put all the conditions. कैसे नहीं होगा? I'm not going to go in detail. If you have not known this story, I will highly recommend go and watch the. Sorry, let's keep this because I don't know whether I'll keep it here. Coming. So, but this should be another way to see. One here. So, Mahavatar Narsimha, if you go and watch, then you will get the entire story that what kind of benediction he asked. Right? Because we want to talk more about the holy names also. So we'll do a little fast forward of this story. So now he practically became immortal. Practically. And he got so much of power that Indra, Chandra, Varuna, all the demigods, just if he lifts his eyebrow, even I do not know how to lift the eyebrow. It is said in the Shastra, just by lifting his eyebrow, all these people were like, कांपते थे उसे उसके डर से. Literally, Indra has to do the jhadu pocha. Literally, that kind of a thing. And he was managing the entire universe. That powerful, not just the king of the world. He was entire universe. त्रिलोक का जो स्वामी बोलते हैं ना, वैसे he was ruling on the all the three worlds. And now this person has everything, right? Everything. You name it, he has it. This person had a son named Prahlad. And he wanted Prahlad to be his successor, obvious, right? Now he went, asked Prahlad to go to the school. Uska private school mein rakha usne bachche ko, as we all want to put the students in the private school. So the school of Shanda and Amarka, these were the two teachers. And he was teaching them the dharma of Asura, how to become the best demon. And then the first time पूछा हिरण्यकशिपु ने, क्या सीखा तूने? He says like, what are you living a life is absolutely बेकार है. You should go to Vrindavan and worship Krishna. तो बोलते ये कहाँ से सीख के आए ये सब? What is he talking about? Now उसके बाद जब से हिरण्यकशिपु ने इतना सुना, उसके बाद उसका जिंदगी प्रैक्टिकली हेल हो गया. लिटरली नरक हो गया उसका जिंदगी. Why? Because he could not focus on any of his enjoyment, he could not focus on any of his powers. He was focusing only on कि ये बंदे को मैं मेरे कंट्रोल में कैसे लाऊं, मेरे खुद के बच्चे को, who is only a 5-year-old child, उसको मैं मेरे कंट्रोल में कैसे लाऊं. पूरी दुनिया उसके कंट्रोल में है, पूरा यूनिवर्स उसके कंट्रोल में है, सिर्फ एक बंदा, वो भी उसका खुद का लड़का. क्या प्रॉब्लम है? He could have many other wives, get another children. What is a big deal, right? But this one person not following my orders, पूरी शांति गायब, खत्म हो गया. कैसे भी करके इसको खत्म करना है बस अभी. So he, can you imagine, उसका बुद्धि इतना भ्रष्ट हो गया कि वो 5 साल को बच्चे के मारने के लिए उसको स्नेक पिट में डाल रहा है, उसको पहाड़ से फेंक रहा है, उसको हाथी के नीचे मारने की कोशिश कर रहा है, उसको जलाने की कोशिश कर रहा है। जस्ट सोचो, दैट इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दिस आध्यात्मिक इज ऑल अबाउट। द मिजरीज कॉज्ड बाय वंस ओन माइंड। डोंट थिंक, अगर हम लोग को ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि हाँ वो तो डीमन था, वो तो राक्षस था हिरण्यकशिपु, इसके लिए उसका ऐसा था। हमारे माइंड में भी वही प्रॉब्लम है। सब कुछ रहेगा, एक चीज नहीं रहेगा ना, वो एक ही चीज अपने को बॉदर करेगा। और जो जितनी सारी चीजें है ना, विल नॉट बी ग्रेटफुल फॉर द व्हाट वी हैव, रादर विल बी अनग्रेटफुल फॉर व्हाट वी डोंट हैव, और रादर विल बी वरीड अबाउट व्हाट वी डोंट हैव। इजंट इट? वी ऑलवेज सी द हाफ ग्लास एम्प्टी रादर देन सिंग अरे भाई आधा ग्लास तो भरा हुआ है ना, लेट बी हैप्पी अबाउट इट। बोलने में कितना आसान है, बट करने का बहुत ही डिफिकल्ट है। क्यों डिफिकल्ट है? क्योंकि वी आर लिविंग अ वेरी आर्टिफिशियल लाइफ। इज एज सिंपल एज दैट। If you start living a true spiritual life, you will not have any of these problems. Now see the exactly opposite. Prahlad, what did he have? Nothing. He was not even a prince. He was not even any possession with him. In fact, he was always bombarded with कभी तो मार डालेगा मेरा बाप मुझे, right? In fact, it is a very beautiful scene when all this, like the soldiers of Hiranyakashipu taking him on the top of the hill, ऊपर पहाड़ पे लेके जाते हैं फेंकने के लिए पहाड़ से। तभी पहाड़ पे जाते तो प्रहलाद देख रहे हैं, अरे वाह, ये सब कितना सुंदर चीजें हैं यहाँ पे, कितना ब्यूटीफुल सीन है। तो ये राक्षस बोलते हैं उसको, अरे क्या पागल हो गया क्या तू मरने वाला है और ये क्या देख रहा है, सनसेट देख रहा है, ये फूल पत्ते देख रहा है, क्या कर रहा है तू मरने वाला है। तो मैं क्यों मरूंगा? Because he knew the second chapter very well of Bhagavad Gita. Because I am not this body. मैं तो मरने ही नहीं वाला हूं। तो वो कंफ्यूज हो गए, जो सोल्जर थे वो कंफ्यूज हो गए, लिटरली कंफ्यूज हो गए। इफ यू सी दैट मूवी, तो शुड वी थ्रो हिम और नॉट? सो इनफैक्ट प्रहलाद इनफैक्ट टेल्स देम कि नहीं नहीं आप करो, नहीं तो वो हिरण्यकशिपु आपको मार डालेगा। सो यू डू योर ड्यूटी ऑफ पुशिंग मी फ्रॉम द माउंटेन। इट इज अप टू द लॉर्ड। इफ ही वांट्स टू मारे कृष्ण राखे के, राखे कृष्ण मारे के। If Krishna wants to protect, nobody can kill. But if Krishna wants to kill, nobody can protect. Nobody can protect. You know the classic case of that. Can anybody remember the classic case? Anyone would like to share? Shishupal, okay. Jayadrat is the classic case. You want to talk about that, Jayadrat? I want all these friends to speak, but I don't know. They're very humble. They're much better than me. Jayadrat, Arjuna takes a vow. सनसेट्स के पहले इसका काम तमाम कर दूंगा, राइट? नाउ ही इज फाइटिंग एंड दुर्योधन का क्या था? ही वाज वेरी क्रुकेड। उसको समझ में आ गया अभी मैच जीतना है तो क्या करने का है, इसको ही खिलाते रहो, इसको आउट नहीं करने का है, राइट? तो कैसे भी करके देवर जस्ट कॉर्नरिंग अर्जुना, कैसे भी करके उसको जयद्रथ के पास नहीं भेजने का। जयद्रथ को एकदम एंड ऑफ द आर्मी भेज दिया, और अर्जुन हैज टू फाइट सो मेनी पीपल। द सनसेट वाज अबाउट टू हैपन। क्या किया कृष्ण ने? डज एनीबॉडी रिमेंबर व्हाट डिड कृष्ण डू? कृष्ण ने उधर से शिशुपाल को उठा लिया? नहीं। कृष्ण with his immense power, he made everybody feel that sunset हो गया करके। एंड जैसे ही सनसेट हो गया, मैच जीत जाते हैं, तो क्या करते हैं लोग? टी शर्ट निकाल के जीत गया, राइट? वैसे मिस्टर जयद्रथ आ गया, अर्जुन नाउ यू हैव टू डाई। तुरंत वो नो बॉल। तुरंत वो illusion निकल गया, and everyone saw the bright sun. Said, what happened? How come we were so illusioned? And immediately Arjuna chopped off the head. Now here also amazing. This is what is Krishna. That is how you fall in love with Krishna. You know what Jayadrat had a boon? क्या है मालूम है किसी को?
तो सिर काटेगा।
हाँ,
यहाँ पे गिरेगा,
हाँ
वो जगह पे वो ब्लास्ट होगा, जो जिसके ऊपर भी गिरेगा वो ब्लास्ट होगा।
हाँ
तो वो सीधा जाके उसके फादर के जिसने
Left. Can you imagine? What a classic thing, right? Now we are talking about all this Hollywood and Bollywood. They are like, चुल्लू पर पानी भी नहीं है उसके सामने. The kind of, it's not a script, it's a reality. Can you imagine? It is all real things happen. अगर आप कृष्ण का चरित्र पढ़ोगे, आप भगवत गीता पढ़ोगे, आप महाभारत पढ़ोगे, रामायण पढ़ोगे ना, मतलब यू विल relish your life anything, ये सब बाकी का चीजें ना. दिस इज, ऑफ कोर्स धुरंधर इज गुड, वी शुड ऑल गो एंड वॉच, बट यहाँ पे जो धुरंधर लोग हैं ना, वो इट्स लाइक एट द नेक्स्ट लेवल, इट्स एब्सोल्युटली नेक्स्ट लेवल. So please get interested in all these things. So similarly, now Prahlad is actual Dhurandhar in one sense. उसको स्नेक स्पीड में डाला गया, उसको हाथी के नीचे कुचलने का प्रयास किया गया, उसको जलाने का प्रयास किया गया, फिर भी कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा उसको. And now the final thing, right? Now Hiranyakashipu also says enough is enough. Enough is enough. He was in the assembly and tells Prahlad, Prahlad, now you are done. Okay? As I will cut off your head. You tell me where is your God? You know what did Prahlad say? My God is everywhere. अभी ये जो phenomena है that my God is everywhere, how that is possible? When you say my God is everywhere, is it just the concept or just the blind belief? What is it? How do you get to experience that my Lord is everywhere? That is what exactly this verse is all about. When you chant the holy names very, very sincerely, that is what is chanting of the holy name is all about. To experience Krishna. हम लोग चैंट करेंगे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. अरे यार आईपीएल आज पता नहीं कितने बजे खत्म होगा, कैसे होगा. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. अरे वो उसको व्हाट्सएप करना रहेगा, एक मिनट में जरा व्हाट्सएप कर देता हूँ. हरे कृष्ण. नो, हमारा वही गुरु महाराज एक्सप्लेन, व्हेन यू हैव टू चैंट विद इंटेंसिटी, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. When you chant with that intensity that my Lord, I want to serve you, I want to love you, वो पुकार दिल से आनी चाहिए. And when you पुकारेंगे दिल से, तो भगवान दिखेंगे हर जगह पे. You will experience Lord everywhere. There is no question about it. I was wondering कि chanting, you know what did Prabhupada say? Prabhupada ने बताया सारे भक्तों को कि अगर आपका स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्रेस जो है ना, वो 99% स्पिरिचुअल प्रोग्रेस जो होगा ना, वो आपका किससे होगा मालूम है? सिर्फ चैंटिंग द होली नेम से. अब डिवोशनल प्रोसेस मतलब क्या, उसमें बहुत सारा चीज है. डीटी वर्शिप है, बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, हियरिंग है, रीडिंग है, भक्तों की सेवा है, राइट? सो मेनी थिंग्स, टेम्पल क्लीनिंग है, टेम्पल मार्च, सो मेनी डिवोशनल सर्विस आर देयर. चैंटिंग इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द सेवा, राइट? All this put together, other seva is how much? 1%. And remaining chanting is only one, is 99%. Why? कि मैं डीटी वर्शिप करके क्या प्रॉब्लम है? सिर्फ मैं डीटी वर्शिप करूंगा, चैंटिंग नहीं करूंगा. मैं भक्तों की सेवा करूंगा, चैंटिंग नहीं करूंगा. तो बात कहते हैं चैंटिंग इज द मेन. 99% of your growth in spiritual life is because of the chanting of the holy names. That is why I'm saying today's class is the most important. It's not because I'm speaking. It is because what I have realized a little bit, that why chanting is so important. Anybody? Even in ISKCON, I'm telling you, after 30 years of chanting, 40 years of chanting, people will feel कि यार मैं उधर का उधर ही हूँ, कुछ हो नहीं रहा है मेरा लाइफ. I'm not getting the taste. Sometimes you can learn from so many people. Jesus once said, very nice, be heat, be hot or cold. If you're lukewarm, I'll spit you out. मतलब क्या? इंटेंसिटी आपको स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में चाहिए. अगर इंटेंसिटी नहीं है आपका स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ में, एंड इफ यूर लुक वार्म मीन्स व्हाट? चलता है, होता है, हरे कृष्णा करेंगे, हाँ, आज करे सो कल, कल करे सो परसों, इतने हैं बरसों, जल्दी क्या है, होएगा, तो बरसों निकलता जाएगा. इट्स नॉट अबाउट द नंबर ऑफ years of life. I put it in the group today. It is all about the life in those years. You getting the point? It's not about the number of years of life, but what the life you put in those years is very, very important. Please, my dear friends, very, very important point. Why it is 99%? Think about it and tell me. Anybody, why Prabhupada says 99% of the growth is because of the chanting of the holy names? Why? I'm trying to boast on all of you because I got one little realization today that I wanted to share with you. But I want you to think about it. Sometimes ये statements we just take it, हाँ ठीक है, बराबर है, 99% होता है, हाँ सुन लिया, खत्म हो गया. But did you digest that statement? What it means, 99% of growth. Are we actually giving those? What does it mean? First of all, 99% growth है, इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? You have to take that process very seriously. Whatever you are doing, you have to do it very, very seriously. That's what it means, right? But why does 99% so much importance on that? Anybody want to share your thoughts?
This purport only Prabhupada has written. मतलब ये कलयुग के लिए recommended process है. First of all that. Second is there is no other process which can give so much result because this is directly connecting your soul with the God. Other things you may be doing it with the mode of serving God or serving the devotees, but it is an indirect process via something you are doing now. But by chanting the holy names, you are directly associating with the God face to face. That we can't realize it sooner, but it is the direct association of God, and we can directly serve Him in first hand. It's not via process.
Okay, very good. Yes, Mother Prabhu, anything?
In my realization, why holiness is important is because sometimes we feel that हम लोग like career में कुछ stable हो गए, शादी हो जाएगा, बच्चे हो जाएंगे, then we will like sort of take up to some spiritual process. But at times, मतलब जैसे भी बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना कि मतलब जैसे सब बच्चा अगर छोटा है, धीरे धीरे बड़ा होता है, तो gradually we like after some time, some years, we will see अरे बच्चा अभी थोड़ा heavy हो गया है, कुछ हो गया है. तो अपने को आदत पड़ जाता है उसको मैनेज करने का, उठाने का, तो वो भगवान भी जो उसको देता है ग्रेजुअली होता है फ्रॉम स्मॉल टू बिग. सो सेम वे अगर हम लोग होली नेम को भी अगर हम लोग लाइक इफ वी थिंक कि हम लोग बाद में करेंगे, पहले नहीं करेंगे, तो इसमें ऐसा है कि वी शुड एक्चुअली डू इट एनी विच वेज विदाउट एनी लाइक थिंकिंग कि हम बाद में करेंगे, हमें पहले ही कर लेना चाहिए, फिर ग्रेजुअली तभी वो भगवान हमें रियलाइजेशन ऑटोमेटिकली देंगे.
So basically, if I understand right, you are trying to say that don't procrastinate the chanting. So without creating further suspense, I'll tell you what a little 2 cents that I realized today. So I was chanting my rounds in the evening and I looked at the parampara. आज आप लोग घर पे जाके ना, at least whoever my ISKCON friends are, just look at the parampara when you go home. So if you see any ISKCON altar or any ISKCON temple, what is happening? There is a photograph of Prabhupada. There is a photograph of his guru. Okay, then there is a photograph of his guru. Like that, we have about 4 or 5 gurus, and उसके बाद षड गोस्वामीज, उनके photograph है, and the deities. That is generally the ISKCON altar is like that. And today, when I looked at that parampara of guru ke guru ke guru, you know what I saw? One common thing in them. सबके हाथ में बीड़ बैग है. सबके हाथ में बीड़ बैग है. मतलब अगर जिसका फोटोग्राफ रखा है, मतलब something that is very dear to that person, only that photograph one should keep, isn't it? Otherwise क्यों रखेंगे? So for everybody, that chanting of the holy name is so important for them. That is why every guru in that parampara is holding a bead bag, including Shad Goswamis. Shad Goswamis are the realized souls, फिर भी उनका chanting चालू है. Haridas Thakur, almost on the deathbed, he is saying ke Mahaprabhu comes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes and asks Haridas Thakur, is how are you? His body is fine, even though he is almost dying. His body is good, but my mind is not allowing me to chant. And he used to chant 192 rounds. That means what? Practically 22 hours Haridas Thakur used to chant. हम लोग ऐसा नहीं बोल रहे कि इतना चैंटिंग करना है. वॉट एवर 2 घंटा हम लोग जो 16 माला करते हैं उसको 2 घंटा लगता है. उतना किया enough है. Some of you may be doing only 2 rounds, 3 rounds, 1 round, half round. I humbly request. Srila Prabhupada is requesting. Krishna is requesting. Narad Muni is requesting. Brahmaji is requesting. Please chant. This is the only method. This is the only way you can realize Krishna. And you can make your life perfect, and you can help others make their life perfect. If you become very good in chanting. And what is very good means? It is not about a very good students or anything. Good means only simple thing. Chant with love and affection. जब अजामिल जैसा पापी आदमी, उसका इतना पाप किया था उसने कि यमदूत आए उनके पास, उसका फाइल भी इतना लंबा होता कि पकड़ नहीं पा रहे थे, उतना हैवी हो गया था उसका फाइल. उतने सारे पाप किए थे वो बंदे ने. And he chanted only 4 words. That too not to calling out Narayan, but calling out his own son. 4 letter only called Narayan. Chanted 4 letters, and who came? 4 Vishnudutas came. See the power of the holy name. We are underestimating. We are taking it very lightly. हमको जो कोहिनूर हीरा मिला है ना, उसको हम लोग ऐसे ही तो नहीं रहेगा हमारे पास. एवरी डे उसको जतन करना है. एवरी डे उसको you have to be grateful. Thank you, Krishna. I want to chant your name. I want to love you, my Lord. I want to serve you, my Lord. With that intensity, if you chant and get the best hours is in the morning. ये न के न प्रकारे ना उठो. काफी टाइम सो जाओगे पर वो हैबिट हो जाएगा धीरे धीरे करके. Get up in the morning, whatever time you can. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. नहा धो के या तो बिना नहाए भी, just there is no hard and fast rules. चैतन्य महाप्रभु से नाम नाम अकारी बहुधा निजा सरस प्रार्पिता नियमित स्मरणे न काल नियमित काले न स्मरणे. तुम्हें तुम्हें कोई रूल्स रेगुलेशन फॉलो करने की जरूरत नहीं है. टू चैंट द होली नेम्स कभी भी ले सकते हो. And that is what Prahlad Maharaj was doing. And Prahlad Maharaj was doing, and he could see Lord everywhere. तो हिरण्यकश्यपु बोलते हैं, आज तो तू रहेगा नहीं, आज आई एम गोइंग टू चॉप ऑफ योर हेड. वेयर इज योर लॉर्ड, टेल मी. ही सेड ही इज एवरीवेयर. तो ये भी कंफ्यूज हो गया. बोलते हैं यार एवरीवेयर का मतलब क्या है यार? व्हाट डज इट मीन एवरीवेयर? देन ही सेड इज इन दैट पिलर, इज इन दैट पिलर. मतलब ही वाज सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड एंड सो इरिटेटेड. अरे क्या सब जगह का मतलब क्या ये है? क्या पिलर में है क्या ये? बोलते हाँ है. सो ही वाज नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट आंसर, बिकॉज उसको मालूम था कि ये पिलर उसने खुद बनाया था और कोई अंदर घुसा नहीं था जब ये पिलर बनाया था. तभी नोबडी इज इनसाइड. सो वाज डेड श्योर कि पिलर में कोई नहीं है. तो बोलते ये पिलर में है क्या? बोलते हाँ है. अभी उसका सटक गया. हाँ अत्ता माझी सटकली. So then this person says, really, is he there in that pillar? Huh? Okay. So what he had thought कि he was so powerful. He said एक पंच मारो का पिलर टूट जाएगा, उसके साथ उसके अंदर उसका भगवान है जो भी हो सब मर जाएगा. This is how the atheists think. That is how the demons think. That they can kill God just like that. एक मुक्का मारूंगा मर जाएगा. उसने मुक्का मारा, पिलर टूटा भी, और उसमें से जो बाहर आए नरसिम्हदेव. He was so amazing. He was like a इतना tumultuous sound था कि वो literally बेहोश हो गया. And the effulgence of Narasimhadev was coming. I highly recommend that you go and watch. If you can't watch the entire movie, just YouTube में डालो, right? The Narasimhadev is appearing from the pillar in Mahavatar Narasimha movie, and just 3 minute का scene आप देख लो. It's really really amazing. And that scene, what has been shown, is nothing but a, like, not even a 0.00000001% of what actually happened when Nrsimhadev comes. Right? In the meantime, if you can find that verse and recite Govindram Prabhu, na Tambe Sabaya, what is that? What? Satyam Vidatum. Right? So you know that verse? Can you chant that, please, for everybody?
Satyam. Chant.
Ah.
Satyam
Vidatum
Nijabhatyabhashitam.
Satyam Vidatum Nijabhatyabhashitam
Vyaptim cha bhuteshu akileshu chatmanah.
Keshu Akhileshu Chaptam. Anyways, you can check on that.
Samme sabhayam
Mantam. So basically, while he remembers this verse, so basically what happens, just to prove the word of his devotee, क्योंकि प्रहलाद ने बोला कि ये खंबे में है, जस्ट अपने भक्त का, जस्ट देखो कितने भगवान दयालु हैं, कितने भक्त वत्सल हैं, और जब भी भगवान आए ना, तो क्या मतलब, अपने शास्त्र इतने जबरदस्त है ना, when Nrsimhadev appeared, he was so angry, right? Because he said, like, boss, what are you doing with my bhakta? What are you doing? What do you think of yourself? Huh? और उसके सामने ना वो मच्छर के जैसे दिख रहा था हिरण्यकश्यप, फिर भी वो ऐसा सोच रहा था कि ओके, you are the one who is going to come to kill me, and he is trying to fight with him. And as a cat plays with the mouse, हाँ, थोड़ा छोड़ दे, चल जा, फिर बाद में पकड़ दे, बाद में छोड़ दिया जा, like that Nrsimhadev was playing with Hiranyakashipu. And then finally, to make the word of Brahmaji also true, like, brings him at the night sunset, nahi daytime, brings him at the, like, sandhya ke time pe, nahi bahar, nahi andar, like, at the entrance of the gate, चीर फाड़ कर दिया उसका, complete. But it is so beautifully explained in the Shastras that when Lord appeared, he came in the form of a Narasimha, means what? The human form and the half lion, half man. तो जैसे हाफ लाइन हाफ मैन था ना, वैसे भी दो पार्ट थे भगवान के. What was the two part? One part was very angry and showing the anger to Hiranyakashipu, and the one part was showing the love to and affection to Prahlad Maharaj. That is how Lord was so magnanimous. He was not कि भाई एकदम angry. In fact, Prahlad Maharaj could look at the Nrsimhadev and was feeling the love that wow, Nrsimhadev is giving him a, like, that smile and giving that affectionate glance. And with the other eye, he was like, looking at Hiranyakashipu. देख लेता हूँ तेरे को, मैं भी रुक जाऊँ. So that is the beauty. That is the beauty, right? So all these things are there, and then we had a very, very beautiful day of Radha Ramana Dev's appearance day. So how this story is also connected to Nrsimhadev's appearance day is because on the day of Nrsimhadev's appearance day, Gopal Bhatta Goswami was worshipping the Shaligram Shila. He had about 12 Shaligram Shilas that he got from Gandaki River. I shared the stories also on the group. And he was praying that, my Lord, this person has given me so much of abhushan for you, but you are just the Shaligram Shila. How can I decorate you, right? With all this abhushan, all this vastra and everything. So he said, if you can come from the pillar, can you not come from the Shila? Like, see the love and affection of the ye level. These are all our aspirants. These are our role models. हाँ, जैसे सब लोगों का रोल मॉडल रहता है ना कि like this person and that person, Ranveer Singh and Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma and this and that, right? These are our actual ideals. These are our actual role models. He was praying that if you can come from the pillar, what is the big deal, oh my Lord, for you to come from the Shila? Why not? And how he had so much of love? Because he was constantly chanting the holy names of the Lord. And when he prayed, he went to sleep on the day of Narasimha Chaturdashi. He woke up the next day and he suddenly saw, because he was putting Lord to the rest and he was doing like, चद्दर ऐसे उड़ाते थे भगवान को, तो देखा तो ऐसे चद्दर ऐसे खड़ा हो गया, उन्होंने देखा क्या हो गया, and he opened and he saw the beautiful form of Radha Raman Deva. Radha Raman Deva ki, so beautiful form of Radha Raman. It is said that Radha Raman ji is actually looks like Krishna in the Golok Vrindavan. Actual Krishna. It is that beautiful. It is the most beautiful deity in the entire world. It's the most beautiful deity. It's the most beautiful deity. So, what's the time right now? It's 8:35. We'll wind up in next 2-3 minutes only. So, we see that what these great souls like Prahlad Maharaj, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, all these personalities, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam every day from whom? Gadadhar Pandit. And he used to love this pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. And he used to ask Gadadhar Pandit that you read the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj. How many times? एक बार पढ़ लिया, हाँ, गदाधर पंडित ने पढ़ लिया कि प्रहलाद महाराज was born to Hiranyakashipu and Narad Muni preached to him while he was in the womb, right? All these things are given, right? And then Narasimhadev comes and kills Hiranyakashipu. So it's a, like, it's a, I think more than 200 to 300 verses, more than that, probably 650 pages, right, of this. So गदाधर पंडित पढ़ते थे, राइट, उसको 2-3 घंटा लगता होगा, जो भी है, खत्म हो गया. उसके बाद क्या बोलते थे चैतन्य महाप्रभु? थैंक यू वेरी मच. नहीं, क्या बोलते थे? वापस से पढ़ो. वापस से खत्म हो गया, लंच के लिए जाते हैं, नो, व्हाट डिड ही से? वापस से पढ़ो. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस? इज इट सम साइकोलॉजिकल प्रॉब्लम? व्हेन वी हियर, नॉट एवरी डे, एवरी ईयर, अरे मालूम है अभी ये बोलेंगे, अभी नरसिंह देव इधर से खंबे से आने वाले हैं, वो प्रहलाद को चैलेंज करने वाले हैं, ये सब मालूम है अभी. So what happens? You won't get the benefit because you are treating it as a another story. But what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was experiencing, he was actually experiencing Prahlad Maharaj's devotion. He was experiencing the love of Narasimha there because he was so attentive. That is why one can relish Srimad Bhagavatam like that. Spiritual life is there for relishment. Spiritual life is not there for a dry material thing, You can never get bored in the spiritual life if you are actually following the spiritual life. But if you are doing the spiritual life on the material platform, you will absolutely get bored. हम लोग बोलेंगे अरे 16 माला कभी खत्म होगा? क्यों? Because we have other important things to do. It's not that those things are important, but we have considered those things as an important in our life. That is why we don't get the taste. कृष्णा जो है ना, वो बहुत अमेजिंग भगवान है. उसको क्या चाहिए मालूम है? फुल पॉइंटेड अटेंशन. इधर उधर देखा ना, गायब. वो क्या बोलते हैं उसको? व्हाट इज दैट कॉल्ड? इफ समबडी इज सीकिंग अटेंशन, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ, इज वेरी वेरी पॉसेसिव एंड इज वेरी वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू डील विद. थोड़ा भी इधर उधर हुआ ना, गायब. क्यों? भगवान को ना प्रेम चाहिए और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. आप चाहे भगवान को 100 करोड़ का हीरो का हार लाके दोगे, मुकुट लाके दोगे, ठीक है, थैंक यू, हरे कृष्णा. But even if you just put a one tulsi leaf at his lotus feet with love and devotion, भगवान आपको embrace कर लेंगे. That's a true story happened actually, right? What is that? Kanopatra or somebody, right? In Vithal's मंदिर, there was one lady who was so उसने कभी देखा ही नहीं था विठल जी को, क्योंकि they were coming from the lower caste. उसने कभी विठल जी को देखा नहीं था. Now this is the most parakasta of holy name, उसने कभी विठल जी को देखा नहीं था, पर उसकी माँ एक्चुअली शी वॉज अ प्रोस्टिट्यूट, उसकी मदर, ठीक है। बट उसको मालूम था कि मैं जो काम कर रही हूँ ना बहुत गंदा, बट मेरी बेटी को ना मैं भक्त बनाऊंगी। तो बचपन से ना उसने सिर्फ विठल जी का ही उसको सुनाया, और कुछ सुनाया नहीं उसको। हमेशा विठल जी के बारे में बता रहती थी, और वो लड़की भी विठल विठल ही करती रहती थी। बट वो लड़की इतनी सुंदर थी, तो मुगल की नजर उसके ऊपर पड़ी, मुगल किंग की। बोला मैं इसको एंजॉय करूंगा। तो सब सोल्जर्स को बोला उसको लाने के लिए। तो वो समझ गई कि मेरा अभी सत्यानाश होने वाला है, तो उसने क्या बोला कि अभी वैसे भी तो मेरा हालत खराब होने वाला है, तो मैं जाते जाते एक भगवान का दर्शन करना चाहती हूँ। बट शी वॉज फ्रॉम द लोअर कास्ट, बट मुगल हैड अ पावर। तो दे टोल्ड ऑल द, कोई पंडित पंडित का कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा, उधर मुगल किंग को चाहिए, शी शुड बी अलाउड इन द टेम्पल। तो सब पंडित पंडित साइड में हो गए, जो अलाउ नहीं करते थे बिकॉज ऑफ द सो कॉल्ड कास्ट एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। एंड देन शी गोज इनसाइड and she looks at the Vittal for the very first time. And she started crying incessantly and started composing on her own, like, spontaneously about the glorification of Vittal, and started chanting Vittal's name, and started chanting Vittal's glory. And by doing that, Vittal, knowing her situation, she left her body. उसके प्राण उन्होंने त्याग त्याग दिए वहां पे। आज तक पूरी हिस्ट्री में किसी की भी प्राण विठल के सामने किसी ने भी नहीं त्यागे हैं, किसी ने भी नहीं। तो तुम देखो भगवान क्या कृपा करते हैं। जस्ट एक दैट लव, दैट इज व्हाट कृष्णा इज लुकिंग फॉर। इतने पंडित जो इतने साल से सेवा कर रहा था, वो पंडित का कुछ नहीं। दैट इंटेंसिटी, दैट लव, Krishna, I want you. And Krishna says, then I am yours. You say, Krishna, I want you, but I want that also. Krishna बोलता है, ठीक है, वो उसको लेके आ जाना तू। खुश हो जा बेटा उसके साथ। जब तेरा मन भर जाए ना, जब भी तेरा मन मेरे ऊपर आ जाए ना, तभी आना। Krishna cannot accept. Even though he's a Parakiya husband, he will not accept that you are, like, having with someone else. He will say, Ananya Bhakti. That is what Krishna is. And believe me, that spiritual life is so blissful. My humble request is chant the holy names with sincerity, with that desperation. If you are desperate for Krishna, Krishna will reveal to you. But if you are desperate for other things, Krishna will give you all those things, but Krishna will not give himself to you. Even though you may chant 160 rounds, Krishna will not give you. But if you chant with that intensity that Krishna, I want you, Krishna will give you. And so many things will happen, right? That is what that verse is, we were discussing, right? Cheto darpana marjanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreya kairva chandrika vitranam vidyavadu jivanam anandam mudivardhanam paripurna, sorry, anandam mudivardhanam patipadam purna amrita swadanam sarva atma stapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtanam, is all victorious, all blissful. That is what the effects of the holy name. Thank you very much. I know we are late, but let us all chant one round of Hare Krishna. And what we will do, we will do it in a very, like, at our own speed. We'll not, like, chant together. We'll do it at our own speed. Or maybe we want to do only 11 mantras. I know it's very late. So I think let's do 11 mantras. I don't want to, like, put my excuses on all of you. Right? So let us chant only 11 times. We all of you go home and do one round with this intense round. You do it. Pray to Krishna that Krishna will give you all the guidance how to perform bhakti and how to read Bhagavad Gita and all those things. Okay. So let us all chant 11 times together. Hare